political parties ready to fight CBN governor and this withdrawal limit policy. They have come out to say withdrawal limit will cripple campaign funding, according to parties. Why are they talking about? What are they talking about? Political parties have kicked against the new cash withdrawal limit introduced by the CBN, stating that it could choke the politician or political process. Parties including the People's Democratic Party, Social Democratic Party, African Democratic Congress, and African Democratic Party contended that the policy would affect the fundraising required by the candidates to sustain their campaigns ahead of the 2023 elections. You are mentioning all this on, you're not talking about APC. Also, speaking in separate interviews with The Punch on Sunday, the African Action Alliance, Zenith Labour Party, and the All Progressives Grand Alliance declared that it would impact the poor rural dwellers. Governor Amadou Firinti of Adamawa State had accused the CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, of targeting the political class with the new cash withdrawal limit, which restricts over-the-counter cash withdrawal by individuals and companies to 100,000 naira and 500,000 naira respectively per week. It also limited point of sale machines and automated teller machine withdrawals to 20,000 naira daily. According to a memo signed on Tuesday by the CBN Directorate of Banking Supervision, Haruna Mustafa, withdrawals above the threshold will attract processing fees of 5% or 10% respectively for individuals and corporate entities going forward. In addition, third-party checks above 50,000 naira shall not be eligible for OTC payments, while extant limits of 10 million naira on clearing checks still remain. The circular also directed banks to load only 200 naira and lower denominations into their ATMs and restricted withdrawals to 20,000 naira per day from ATMs. The policy, which will become effective on January 9, 2023, has generated criticisms, but the CBN clarified on Wednesday that the POS operators could apply for waivers. So before all this will come, it's going to be in January. Okay. Well, commenting on the circular, the Director Strategic Communications, National Election Management Committee of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council, Chief Dele Momodu, said the recent cash withdrawal policy announced would affect the party's funding activities, adding that if enforced, the policy will strangulate the political process, not the PDP alone. He said in 2014-2015, I am sure if President Buhari had no access to funding, he would never have been the president of Nigeria. There are people who are making contributions to the political parties, and some parties have set up structures to receive support from people. How then will they be able to access funds if they are saying you cannot withdraw more than 100,000 naira a week? Then you do transfer. Now, I don't think transfer is going to be affected. You do transfer if you are doing legitimate business. You do transfer now. Then when you do transfer, they will say they want to buy this, they want to buy that. We know the reason why all of them are just crying for this is not because of anything. I bet people should just go and park well. Park well, oh. This is a good move by CBN. Good move. CBN started with Naira notes, redesigning to hijack all the notes in circulation. Let the electorate vote according to their conscience. Spraying money unnecessarily at occasions will also be reduced with the new policy. Emefiele man of the moment. Anything targeting the political class is good for the people. Cripple campaign or cripple vote buying? Really? Or it will cripple vote buying? 10,000 per vote. Oh my goodness. And that is the major thing. It's not going to affect the campaign really like that. There are ways to go about this thing if you are really doing a genuine business. This is a right move by CBN to stop vote buying. Why is their party trembling because of BVAS, Naira design and cashless policy? Stop vote buying or campaigning fund. Will it stop vote buying or campaigning fund is what you are talking about. What's a campaign transaction that cannot be done electronically? Not so. What cannot be done electronically? Do we really need to spend excess money on campaign before we can win election? Now be the thing. So they will tell you logistics here and there. God bless governor of Central Bank. Bravo. Forget to me, I no praise him. No praise him. What are you praising him for? They've bastardized everything. After doing all those manner of things, they will now turn back and begin to tell you, you know what, you know this. Better is cripple it. So anytime politicians are crying in favor of the masses, just know say e don dey pepper them. Let us see how they will pay 5,000 naira per PVC. It will reduce renting of crowds. Okay, now wetin we want be that. So go on cashless transaction abeg. Vote buying are not common in US or every other big countries because there are no cash to do such. We are crying of bad governance. Now a rule is brought to help us checkmate such same people are crying. If this rule will stand now till March, I will be happy because anything can happen. Even the so-called man that is even bringing the police, they can compromise. The only thing money the only thing money that can be market is crippled. Okay. For this reason alone, I deeply welcome this new policy. Obedient, no dey give shishi. Let us see how it goes. Hope he has not even pretend billions of naira for APC before this rule. Hope he is not trying to cripple your position. Like I said, you can't trust them enough. Oh. You can't trust them enough. Not campaign funding, but vote buying. It's not going to cripple campaign funding, but vote buying. Just say e go cripple Baba bullion van. And like some people are saying, they will just be doing that gbidi. The people that will be favored. You know, this country, the more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see. If you continue to believe or trust somebody that this person is going to do this, going to do that, my goodness, you just be ready for the shock. Just be ready for the shock because they will say one thing and do another thing. They will say one thing and do another thing. So terrible. It is really terrible. How do we justify all these things happening? Even the ones that are making the law, you think they are sincere? They are not sincere. They are not sincere to themselves. There's something that struck me that somebody said that I hope they have not even done their own parts, by securing their own this thing. They will now come out. All these things will not affect big men. Maybe now the one way no knowing way. It won't affect them. It won't affect them. But on a face value, you say, oh, what they are doing is the right thing. What they are saying is, but on a face value, you can say that. But the in depth of the whole thing, if you dig down, you know that these guys they might be boboing us. But on face value, people say, well, what you are doing is right. And like somebody said, if this thing lasts for 3 months or before that match, you know that they mean something. But there will be compromise here and there. Compromise here and there. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.